Welcome to the Jeff and Alan Show, broadcasting to you on the Junior Factor Nation Radio Network. Now, here are your hosts, Jeff Hamill and Alan Kling.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Jeff and Alan Show. My name is Jeff Hamill, broadcasting at my sister's house near Virginia Beach, the Virginia Beach area, and it is freaking 75 degrees here. Alan, what is the temperature up at home?
Let's see, according to my iPhone 5S, it right now is... It is 61 degrees and mostly sunny.
It is 68 degrees, and that's the coldest it's been all day.
Oh, lucky you, man, lucky you.
I took a 6-hour-long drive down here with the windows down, going 75 on the interstate.
Cruise.
Oh, it was perfect. It was amazing. But, as you guys can guess, I am with...
Alan Kling. Sitting at the overpass. It's 61. We're going to start allergy season pretty soon. I feel like I'm 80. But this is still episode number 8. Plane ride to nowhere.
If you'd like to contact us anytime during the show, you can do so on Twitter, at the JHP, and at PizzaMan721. You can also... Tweet us. You can also find our forum at jfncommunity.freeforums.net, and you can also find us on the Junior Factor Nation website, juniorfactornation.com.
Do it.
You can also
you
can also call us. Our voicemail is 323-813-5227. Again, that number is 323-813-5227. We have a special announcement. You can also find us on YouTube, youtube.com/The Jeff and Alan Show.
Watch us.
It's commercial free. It's awesome. We have a special announcement. Alan, do you know what is new about The Jeff and Alan Show? Where you can find it? It's a new place.
Well, for one, this place is very innovative, very new, cutting edge.
It is new.
It is available online. Radio waves. And it seems like it's pretty cool.
It is.
Jeff, what's behind door number 2?
It is Calgary Radio at calgaryradio.com. It's the WCNR digital. So it's the Calgary Nation Radio. If you go to calgaryradio.com, our show, I'm going to look it up right here on the website. You can go under scheduled programming. Our show is on at 2 a.m., 9 a.m., and 4 p.m. every single day, starting tomorrow.
Yeah.
So, when you watch this show, if you're watching it on Tuesday, March 11th, it will start tonight or tomorrow morning. Other shows are Jason Veely Show, the Caden Calgary program, the Whitfield Analysis, and the Jimmy Z Show, and many other shows are going to be on the WCNR. I'm going to try to get a catchy name like broadcasting on CWCNR or something. I'm going to try to find a catchy
WCNR.
C, not Z.
Z or
Calgary,
C?
Calgary Nation Radio.
WCNR.
We're going to try to get a catchy title for that. But let's start the show. We've been talking for 3.5 minutes and we haven't even started our first story yet.
What is this, Monday Night Raw? We have a promo before wrestling?
Sure.
Like, we're going to talk in the ring for a half hour before we have one match.
Well,
Good job, Vince.
Let's start fighting.
Yeah, we're just going to have a competition. We're going to have a contract signing.
Okay.
But
so
no one's going to do anything.
We have our first story of the day.
Hip toss.
We all know what a filibuster is.
Good old Rand Paul.
At least I would hope so. I think Ted Cruz was the last one to have a successful 23-hour filibuster.
No, was that Ted? Did Ted do one after Rand?
Yeah, he did. He did the last one that I know of.
I forgot Ted did one. I know Rand did more than one. He did really good. I forgot Ted did one at all.
But if you don't know what a filibuster is, to break it down, in the House of Representatives, each person, since there's over, I think, 300 representatives from the United States, they have certain not term limits, but they have certain time limits for each show to be on. So if Alan and I were representatives and I was the one holding the floor, I could designate Alan to talk for 60 seconds out of
I wouldn't have to shut up.
The alleged time. No, you would. After 60 seconds, you'd have to be quiet. This isn't the House.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. So Alan would have a minute to talk, and then he'd be cut off by the speaker. And
Stop! Bang the gavel! Shut up! You went over your time. Shut up! Stop talking.
And in the Senate, you can do a filibuster, which means you don't have to at all stop. You can talk for 5 hours.
With no bathroom breaks.
I think you can have a placeholder.
Yeah, Ted Cruz, I think he might have been part of Rand Paul's
No. He did his own.
Oh,
but
I know it during Rand's and maybe during Ted's, they had other people delegate their time over so they could just catch their breath,
get some
food,
water, something.
Get some water, go to the bathroom, and they would all have their allies go around and keep talking their points with them.
Well, in the Senate, Democrats want to talk about climate change all freaking night on Monday night. So the last round of votes concluded Monday night. 28 senators plan to talk away in a series of speeches on the chamber floor focused on climate change, and they're calling it a climate change filibuster. But there is an issue. You can't have a filibuster without a bill. There's no bill being debated here. They're just talking. So what this really is just 28 senators talking for countless amount of times.
But Jeff, there's a thing. If they're going to have some time to talk for that many times, that long, what they're really going to improve with climate change is in the morning it's cold, in the afternoon it's hot. And later in the afternoon it's really hot, then it cools down in the evening, in the middle of the night it's freezing like you're in the Arizona desert at night. Then in the morning, when the sun comes back up, it gets warm again, like the world already knew.
Well, I know of a guy, his name is Mark Stein, and when I was on the way here, I listened to Monday's show of the Rush Limbaugh Show. And Mark Stein is Canadian-born, U.S. citizen now. He does the Rush Limbaugh Show, whatever. I love his show. He's actually being sued by Penn State's own for the hockey stick plot. I'm not sure exactly what it's called, but it's like, for millions of years we were on this steady climb, and then bam, as soon as the 21st century hit, climate change has skyrocketed. And Mark Stein said something, and now they're on this huge debate. But what they want to talk about, they're not focusing on what really freaking matters in this nation. Our debt is how many trillion? 16, 17, 18 trillion? No. We're gonna talk mindlessly to nobody for 20-something hours, overnight, whatever, about climate change. Because really, climate change is all that matters. Because, Alan, we have the biggest footprint, carbon footprint in the world, and we need to calm it down. We need to talk about this for over 20 hours, or at least overnight. There's nothing else for our taxpayers to pay for. No other important issue, that is. So they're going to talk about climate change to nobody because no one's going to be there because it's not an actual filibuster. They just want to be named a filibuster so it's on the national news. And guess what? 2 teenagers are talking about it. Well, on the East Coast, that is.
Yeah, and in my 100-level freshman year environmental science class, our environmental footprint was one of the questions that was discussed in our latest exam.
Wait, one
but
second.
In reality, many European countries and countries bigger as Brazil, China, and Canada, Mexico, a lot of giant-sized countries. Some as big as us, some smaller than us, have footprints for the environment that are as big as us or bigger. So
right?
It's not just us. China's doing worse than we are.
But the issue isn't the
and
fact
are we
that
trying to go after China? No.
The issue
so why
isn't the fact that
our
we.
Fault?
It's not.
Why
hey,
is it
Alan,
our problem?
Alan, it's not that it's our fault. It's everybody's fault.
Yeah. So.
And they have to take taxpayer money away from what actually matters and talk about this freaking issue that doesn't even exist. And the thing is, there's 28 senators that planned about talking about it. Only 26 Democrats and 2 independents are actually going.
And if they had any brains about it, they would have stopped when the problem started. But, oh no, we want to wait another 20, 30 years to actually figure, oh, this is a bad thing. We shouldn't dump waste into the ocean. This could be a bad thing. Instead of thinking about it before it actually becomes a problem.
It's not even an issue. It's not even an issue.
Duh.
It's not an issue. It's not solvable by humans. We can't have enough Priuses out there. We can't have enough green buildings out there to solve any issue.
It's a very nice gesture to do, but not enough people have the ambition to do it for it to actually work. Like, I could have my entire house and all my cars and everything I own run solely on solar power.
Right.
But if I'm the only person in town that uses solar power, it's not going to make a difference.
And even if the entire nation did this, I don't think there would be a big enough imprint for it to, quote unquote, change.
I don't think it would change.
I'm on LATimes.com. There's, on the left-hand side of the page, climate change brings more crime. Are they trying to connect this thing to everything?
How would that doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't. They're just trying to make up stuff.
It would be great. Say the United States, everyone uses solar power and wind power and alternative forms of energy and renewable resources. It would make the air in this country great, but it might not make necessarily the world a better place because, like, China and Russia and Cuba and other countries would kind of not balance it out because they're still going to do what they want to do. We can't make everyone do what we want them to do. We're not the world's babysitter.
Now, will we be forced? Because I'm probably not going to invest in solar power.
I would do solar power. I think it's
too expensive.
A good idea.
It's too expensive.
If I could afford it, I would do it.
If I could afford it.
Because I think it's a neat thing to.
But you know what? I can't afford Obamacare, but I'm still going to be forced to pay for that.
Well, yeah, because the government's being dumb.
Very. Okay, we're gonna switch subjects because we only have a couple of minutes left. Actually, about 3 minutes or so. So,
when that's post time.
According to theblaze.com, major updates in the Malaysia Airlines mystery. So, there has been an airplane, 777 jetliner, and it was supposed to go from. I can't even tell you where it's supposed to go from because I can't pronounce these words. But it's near Malaysia, and it's missing. And it's not missing to the point of we lost it. It's to the point where we don't know where it is. We don't know.
It's kind of like Amelia Airport-esque idea where it took off and we can't find it.
It just went right off the radar.
Like that's what Amelia Earhart did. We can't find her.
Sure. And according to Reuters, there were two men. I'm looking for it right here. There are two men photographed. One is named, but I can't pronounce his name because it's like Syed.
Were they
Mohammed
the two guys that did not have their passports?
Hold on 1 second. It's Syed Mohammed Reza Delaver, a 29-year-old Iranian, and released an image of another man, also Iran. They got on to the they said the two men traveled to Malaysia on their Iranian passports, then apparently switched to stolen Australian and Italian documents.
Yep, that's what I'm thinking of.
So a 19-year-old and a 29-year-old were boarded and are now missing with stolen passports. So this could be a terror attack, and I think that's what a lot of people are thinking. This is a terror attack for some reason. So I looked up Malaysia. I looked up their religion, and I was expecting it to be like 100% Christian or 98% Buddhist or something. The number one religion of that nation is 61.3% is Islamic. So I'm not exactly sure why they would attack or take down this plane. But Iran knows, supposedly. They say that, you guessed it, the U.S. is to blame. They say that the U.S., the United States, has kidnapped Flight 377, saying it was an attempt to sabotage the relationship between Iran, China, and Southeast Asia. Now, I'm not sure exactly where they would get this image from. But what it's actually Flight 370. I don't know if this is the same flight, but it was linked together. But I'm not sure if this is all just a terrorist attack. And if it is, who's to blame for it? Iran is saying America. America is saying Iran. What is Malaysia saying? There's a whole bunch of unanswered questions, and nobody knows the answers to them. I just want to find the answer. I don't think we're going to. I think what we need to do is, if it's America's fault, if we sent in these planes to get blown up for whatever reason, number one, we shouldn't have done it. Number two, I'm not sure why we would have done it, because it's just going to make 9/11 seem like it was our fault as well. Just on American soil, not Malaysian soil, or airspace, or ocean. If Iran did it under the Islamic influence, and the guy that was mentioned is Sunni, so it might have been a plane full of Shiites. I don't know. I don't know the details. I'm very unfamiliar with the story, but I want to present the information I know so that you can get a better understanding. If it was Islam, why? Number one, why? Number two, what are they thinking they're going to help bring out in this whole thing? Number three, does it look good for Islam? No, it doesn't. You think it looks good on Islam? Well, I'm sorry, but you're wrong. Because if someone is going to blow up a plane or make a plane disappear, how is that going to make a religion look peaceful? Because they always claim, we're the peaceful religion, we're the peaceful religion. We just make planes disappear. We just make them explode. We just make them do whatever. And they're trying to say Christians, they're the evil ones. They're the ones that want to take Jesus as the Messiah and do crazy things like love on people. And we're going to talk about that in the third segment. But, Alan, do you think it was America?
No.
I don't think...
If it's America, my foot is also a natural color of orange.
But I'm not sure why it would be America. Since they're blaming us, I don't know why it would be a reasonable reason. I don't think there is a reasonable reason for us to even get involved. Truthfully, I've heard of the country, but I know nothing about them.
Yeah, I'm not very educated on them. I know generally where it is, but
I know it's
why
in Asia.
would America want to hurt them? Like, there's no reason for America to hurt that country. What have they done to us lately?
But this makes me question, what is our government telling us? What aren't they telling us? And I know one thing we're going to talk about in the next segment, because we are running out of time, is we're going to talk about police. And it's going to be our question of the day, or our question of the week, and I'll explain it in the next segment. But if this is our government, why? Number one, why? What is it going to help? I know it's going to make me not trust my government more, and with this regime in place, with this communistic presidency, if you will, socialistic presidency, it's going to make me go out and buy guns. It's going to make me want to defend myself. It's not going to make me trust them. I don't know why they would want to go through this. Doesn't make much sense to me. But we are out of time. We will be right back in approximately 3 to 3.5 minutes. I forget the time of the ad. We'll be back in a couple of minutes.
Tweet us, call us, yeah.
For kingdom come.
So Jeff, say you put something really stupid on Facebook that you should probably have never written or spoken out of your mouth in your entire life.
I've done that before.
And say you didn't delete it, and say you said it to someone or about something that you probably shouldn't be talking to, probably shouldn't be talking about, and you should probably have never typed that ever again.
If I had a job of importance, I'd probably lose my job. My entire life would probably be ruined.
And say this actually did happen, and you were a cop. Would this be a fun occurrence at all? Because I think you're probably just screwed yourself.
I guarantee I did. I don't think...
Like, you just screwed yourself through an entire piece of lumber.
Ow.
Bad idea.
Bad idea.
Don't do that.
What he's talking about is a Connecticut officer is under investigation over a stunning Facebook comment to a gun owner. Okay. Public service announcement. Delete your Facebook, everybody.
Don't be stupid. Please don't be stupid.
If you're going to write something stupid on Facebook, just delete it.
Just write it on your own bedroom wall. That way you can just scrub it away instead of having to be on the internet forever.
Yeah, be like the, whose commercial's that? Oh, there's a commercial. It's supposed to make
Jeff, I unfriend you. That's not how it works. That's not how any of this works.
I wish that is how it worked. Because Officer Joseph Peterson is now getting in trouble because he left a comment to a gun owner saying, "I give my left nut to bang down your door and come for your gun. Grow up, you idiot." Or idiot grow up, or whatever.
If he would really give his left nut, he is insanely, idiotically stupid. Why would you want to lose one of your nuts?
I don't know. But we are going to link to this on the Blaze, and you can look at his comments, and it is so stupid. Their guy who wrote the comment, Cameron Smith, is defending gun rights, and Officer Joseph Peterson has nothing to do with gun rights. I don't like this idea. Yeah, he's currently under investigation for, I'm not sure exactly what for. I think it's just not being, conduct not coming of an officer or something to that effect.
Detrimental to the cop force.
Because he's just writing stupid comment after stupid comment about how he doesn't like gun rights. It is not worth it. People will not read your arguments. They'll just make up more stuff to make themselves sound smart. I've done it before. I've written a comment before and said, "Hey, I don't like sauerkraut," and just watch, or I don't like something political, or I don't like Obama, or I like
Popeye.
I like Sarah Palin.
You like blue crayons.
I think she's intelligent. Just put that in your, or say I'm not for abortion. Just watch the comments roll by. I don't approve of gay marriage. Just watch the fight.
Watch them tally up like they're points at a basketball game.
And the thing is, no one from your friends list that agrees with you is going to like it. And again, we're hinting towards the last segment, but don't put anything stupid on Facebook, especially pictures of you drinking. I know somebody who has lost a job because of that. There's a teacher friend of mine, a friend of a friend of my family. She got her teaching degree and was about to be a teacher, and she lost it because she had a picture on her Facebook she didn't even post that said "Drunken Pirates" with her and her friend drunk.
I know what you're talking about. Yes, I remember that story. Yes.
And she lost her spot. Do not put anything detrimental at all. I don't even swear on Facebook.
Yeah, me neither. Not at all.
Because well, number one, I don't like to see it on Facebook. Number two,
it'll defame your character for jobs and
forever.
Anywhere that looks on your Facebook account.
I would have better luck trying to find information about Alan on his Facebook and being able to use it against him than something he just says stupidly one night.
And Jeff, you know very well that the last time I posted anything was probably Christmas, and before that was when we graduated high school.
Most likely, Alan doesn't post anything, but he Facebook stalks everybody.
I'll Facebook stalk you, but you can't get anything back on me. But I'll tweet you. I'll tweet you very fast.
At PizzaMan721, that is.
Tweet us!
We have another police brutality or stupid police story.
Side note, if you Facebook message me and I don't message you back, it's because I never write anything on there. I'm sorry. Tweet me and I'll write you back faster.
A police officer claims that a man was secretly videotaping him, and he was arrested, and his phone was mysteriously wiped.
This kid's not a minor, right?
No, I believe he is. He looks to me, if that's the man, he looks to be in his 40s or 50s.
Okay, good, because then this guy would be a suspect for a whole another trail stuff.
What?
Minor abuse, weird webcam stuff.
Oh, the police officer, yeah.
Being creepy to a little boy, that's just bad. Don't do that.
So,
Do that.
in Massachusetts, there was an arrest there was a man who was arrested and charged for unlawful wiretapping. Hey, talking about unlawful wiretapping, we have something called the NSA, who is unlawfully wiretapping us every single day of the week.
This is the government doing it to us.
To us.
If the government can do that to us, we better be able to do it to them. Government should be transparent. We should be able to know what they're doing. They should not be able to go and figure out what we're doing. That's what we have privacy for. They work for us. We don't work for them.
But Alan, we have the most transparent democracy ever.
Yeah, and I make like 7 figures at my job. Yeah, definitely.
At his grocery store job.
Yeah, at a grocery store job. Yeah, and I like run the planet of yummy chocolate cake land.
So this man was videotaping or audio taping the public official, the police officer, because of the way they were performing their duties, and he says that he was out of control and loudly cursing while on the phone near his home. So the police officer is yelling and cursing this dude out. So he decides to get out his phone and record the police officer, and he says it wasn't hidden. However, they're saying it was hidden. Here's a little side note. In most states, you can record your police officers. I know in Pennsylvania you can. If you get pulled over, you can get out your phone and record them. You can tell them,
cool.
oh yeah, you can tell them I'm recording, or you don't have to. They're recording you on a dash cam, so you can record them and what they say.
Exactly.
But his phone was wiped, and the police, the video was gone. It was disappeared. The police say that he was holding it. He says that they had it, and he would have given them the password to get the phone. The police have issued a warrant to Apple to find the video or find out who did what. I don't know. I think this entire story is really dumb, but I think it's important to bring up, and here's why. Police say that we don't have the right to unlawfully wiretap them, as they are wiretapping us every single day. Alan, do you know that we're being listened to right now, not just by Junior Factor Nation friends and family and fans, sorry. We're being listened to by the government. By some dude sitting in Washington, D.C., which, by the way, Washington, D.C. traffic sucks. I was going...
Yeah, whenever I go to the National Stadium, that Nationals Park, that Beltway...
It's awful.
We went there, that Beltway was horrible. There was a 3-4 car domino bump fender bender in the lane next to us on the Beltway on the way to Nationals Park.
For some reason, my phone took me through 295, which goes through the center of Washington. I was in bumper-to-bumper traffic. It was a 3-lane highway going to 2, and no one wanted to get over until the very end, like they always want to. It was bumper-to-bumper for, I think, approximately 45 minutes, and I was Snapchatting. While I was stopped, I was Snapchatting.
You Snapchatted all of us with your little, this is how cool
story.
I am driving manual on the, way to
It
Virginia.
sucks, dude. It freaking sucks. But
Cool guy that knows how to drive manual, like 3 people that I know how to drive manual.
we're getting off topic. I want to talk about Massachusetts for one more thing. I think it's interesting that they say that you can't wiretap the police, you can't own guns, you can't do any of that. However, you were for a bit able to take pictures of girls' skirts, because it was constitutional in Massachusetts. You heard it here first.
Wait, are you being serious?
Absolutely serious. you were allowed to video record up girls' skirts in Massachusetts, and it was legal. Until now, they have.
So you get slapped.
Yeah, I would freaking. I know people who would slap the crap out of anybody who would be doing that. That's stupid and perverted
and rude.
But it's Massachusetts. What do you expect? So
I expect them to beat the Yankees, so the Yankees can't beat.
Okay. This is off topic.
That's what I expected out of Boston.
Our question of the poll of the week. Here's the poll. Ready? If you want to answer, go to Junior Factor or JFN Community at freeforums.net. I'm getting my words mixed up. I'm tired. I've been driving all day. Here's the question. Do you think we should be able to wiretap the police since the NSA wiretaps citizens, private citizens? Yes or no? I say yes. Alan says?
You think wiretap us? We better be able to wiretap them.
We both say yes.
But wiretapping to begin with, the whole Patriot Act is stupid.
Oh my gosh, we could talk about that for an entire show.
Come on. If they want us to be transparent, they better be transparent as well.
We have 3 minutes, and we have one more story for this segment. Again from The Blaze, which is almost every story of ours.
Blaze on.
TheBlaze.com. And I like this story. Colorado barber refuses to cut hair for people who smell like pot. I like this story because it's on the front of their window. It says, "Please do not come in here if you smell like marijuana. There are families with kids who do not want to smell it. This is a business, not a house. Thank you." I cannot wait to see all the pro-marijuana people saying, this is just discrimination. It's like the whole sexism thing. It's like the whole cigarette thing.
This is not racist. Discrimination.
They're just being discriminate.
This is like there's a steak shop in Philly that did not want someone speaking English when they order because it's their business. They can choose to only want someone to speak English. That's the same as someone smoking in a bowling alley. They don't want them to smoke in a bowling alley because they want to not have them smoke in their establishment. And it doesn't mean someone speaking Spanish is a bad person. It does not mean someone smoking cigarettes is a bad person.
Sí, yo hablo español.
That's just how they choose to operate their business. They're not bad people. The choices that they make does not make them a bad person. That's just how they choose to operate their business. They might say, hey, you can't wear pants, but you shirt and new socks, but you have to wear shoes.
Alan is breaking up really bad. I think we understand what he's trying to say, but people are going after him saying that he isn't pro-pot and he's bad and evil. He actually says, I'm a huge supporter of marijuana and the industry. This is about people not respecting the children, and I think that is a great point. So, Alan, are you ready to promote your book?
Yeah.
Okay, well, first I'm going to promote something. We're going to promote one thing every week, and then maybe something every other week or something. There's a lot of questions we have growing up. Some things that parents don't necessarily answer. Things that culture doesn't answer. And it's okay to ask questions, but it's not okay to not get them answered. There's a radio station I listen to called Radio U, and they have something called the Helpline. If you have any questions about religion, philosophy, questions about life, go to helplinenow.org. You can call a phone number. You can ask them questions. I'm going to get an entire segment ready for them because I believe in this company. I believe in the Helpline. And I don't want people to go throughout their middle school, high school years having questions about life that they don't have answered. These people are here to help. It's confidential. So go to helplinenow.org. It is a fantastic website and fantastic answers, questions, answers, whatever. Get help at the helpline.org, helplinenow.org. Alan?
So, Jeff, does something deep inside your heart long to break free from the status quo? Are you hungry for an authentic faith that addresses the problems of our world with tangible, even rational solutions? God is calling you to a passionate love relationship with Himself, because the answer to religious compliancy isn't working at a list of do's and don'ts. It's falling in love with God. And once you encounter his love, as author Francis Chan describes it, you will never be the same. Because when you're wildly in love with someone, it changes everything. Encountering that and more with the book Crazy Love by Francis Chan. You can find out more information on the website crazylovebook.com. You can get Crazy Love at Borders, Barnes & Nobles.
Anywhere books are sold.
Anywhere books are sold. Christian bookstores. I feel like this is a pretty good book. I started reading the first chapter after small groups at church Sunday night. And it's creating real good discussion at our church. And I feel like that's a very good job facilitating discussion and making a lot of people think real in depth on a lot of things.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Jeff and Alan Show, broadcasting on the Junior Factor Nation live, and we're also on replay everywhere else. Just go to our Spreaker channel, Spreaker.com/The Junior Factor. I think it's the Junior Factor. Maybe it's the Junior Factor Nation. I don't remember, because
No, it's Spreaker.com/The Junior Factor. The official website is www.thejuniorfactornation.com. Also on iTunes, also on pending
YouTube.
on iHeartRadio.
Pending, still.
YouTube.com/
The Jeff and Alan Show.
and a whole bunch more stuff. You can tweet us, you can call us, you can Facebook message us, you can telegraph, snail mail, United States Postal Service.
Give them some business, why don't you?
Yeah, get my dad a jobs.
Okay,
Keep the old guys keep on working.
So, this segment right here is going to be a little bit of a, I don't want to say a bash or a burn, but it's a message. That's it.
A roast.
It's a roast. It's a message to fellow commentators. We get it. We conservatives, we get it. We understand what you agree with. We understand what you don't agree with. But, Alan, do you know the number one way that you can make people agree with you? Or
yelling at them. Is it yelling at them?
No. In fact, that's the worst way.
Is it yelling like
very, very loud?
Like yelling, what is this? What? What? Cough-inducing yelling. Only here, Tuesday nights.
That's a bad way of getting people to agree with you.
Tuesday nights, cough-inducing yelling. Straight out of PA.
Here is the best way for you to get someone to agree with you.
A YouTube video burying them.
You do it out of love. And I'm talking about
way.
real love. Like the love that you don't even want to show them because you hate them or you disagree with them so much. So much so that you would rather see them not be successful in what they do, not do anything. You love them anyway. And when I say love, again, I don't mean I'm going to bash them, hate on them, and say that I love them because I'm Christian. Because you look and you make the rest of Christianity look very hypocritical, very arrogant, and very mean. So please, stop doing what you're doing. I don't like it. Alan doesn't like it. Nobody likes it.
Just munch on your little mini pretzels and be nice to people.
Exactly. Someone from Apex, North Carolina. That's where Woody's Gamertag is from. They're calling me.
Shout out to Woody Gamertag, straight out of YouTube.
No, he is completely ignorant towards religion, but that's neither here nor there. What I do want to say...
Random side note from Jeff.
This is what I do want to say. Other commentators, please focus on other issues. Not just the same old 5, 3, 1 thing you talk about. You have to focus on the big picture here. Our nation's going to hell. Literally. And what are we focusing all of our time and effort on? Climate change, gay marriage, pot. Things that don't matter. I understand. Alan understands. We all understand your frustration and your issue with these topics. But move the frig on. Please. Move on. Focus on something different. And here's something for you. Love your enemies. Don't hate them. Alan, you're a Christian. I'm a Christian. You know what we don't like? People pretending they are, but I don't know, doing something completely off that we don't agree with. But they say, we're just doing this because we're Christian. But we all know they're not. So I'm starting to run things out, starting to run out of things to talk about. And it's time for dinner. But I have a quick message to commentators out there saying,
Be nice to people. Come on.
Right. You gotta be nice to people. Here on the Junior Factor Nation, we're not focused on trying to get known, per se. We're trying to focus on a fundamental basis of love, caring, not agreeing, but a fan base, not a hate base. Because we know plenty of people out there, on the left, right, and in the center, that say the most ridiculous things to get answers out of people, to get responses out of people. Stop it. You're not impressing me, Alan, Jason, Kyle, anybody. Tavern Talk, Sam. No one is impressed here on the Junior Factor Nation by how much you hate somebody. What I am personally like in a fellow commentator is how much I like them, not like their opinion. How much do I like them as a person? What is the content that they're putting on the air? What is the content of their character? What are they really like? Are they doing Are they doing a show for hatred? Because if they are, I'm out. Are they doing a show to educate others on important issues? How are they doing that? How are they going about that? Because a lot of them are going after this with a hate mentality of, I really disagree with you, and I won't even talk to you. And you know what you're doing? You're going to destroy the basis of what you were standing on, because as soon as you move to another topic, ratings plummet. Because you don't have any fans to stand on your basis of your radio show. So, or TV show. Or column.
Or YouTube channel.
Whatever. When you run out of things for people to hate on you for, without being redundant, you're going to run out of fans and you're going to ruin your show. Or your channel. Or your website. So please, for the love of God, stop. Stop trying to hide behind conservatism. Please stop fake conservatism, by the way. Kyle Winter was accused, and I don't want to bring up our personal friendship, but he was accused of not being conservative enough by another commentator.
How can you not be something enough? That doesn't make any sense.
Socially.
Doesn't make any sense at all.
I can agree because I'm not 100% socially conservative. But that means he doesn't have any credibility. But that's just all I want to say about this segment. Because, number one, we're having internet problems. Number two, I'm running out of things to talk about again. Stop building a basis of hatred. Focus on what really matters. Fiscal responsibility. Not necessarily social issues, but military issues. Trying to bring back our nation one step at a time. Stop focusing on the social issues that don't matter at all or extremely little. Anything else, Alan?
Just be nice to people, guys. Come on.
Yeah.
You're better than that. Be nice to people. They'll be nice to you. Let's all just get along. We're over the age of 5.
Most of us.
Most of us are in high school, college, have a job. We all like to have families one day, if we don't already. And we'd like to teach our kids to be nice to people. And if you can't be nice to people now and try to get along with people, how are you going to teach your kids to be nice to people?
Yep, I agree.
Just be nice. Let's all get along. Let's grow up. Act like we're at least 6 and not just 5.
So
let's try to act our age one of these days. Let's just be nice to people. Come on.
If you guys think that we are building a foundation ourselves of hatred, please tell us on our social medias.
And tweet us!
Or call us at 323-813-5227.
Restate that, Jeff, so I can write it down.
323-813-5227.
Thanks.
So you can call us there. Tell us, do you think we're building a foundation of hatred, of agreeance, whatever? Tell us anywhere. Tell us, because I really want to know. Because if we're not building off of being nice, I want to know and I want to change it. But that is all the time we have for today. We have internet issues, topic issues. We just have issues this episode, but it's okay.
That's why I got me a box of tissues.
Yes. Actually, I'm just gonna go eat now.
Because we're hungry.
So thank you so much for listening. If you guys could do everything I normally ask you to do at the end of the show.
And I might go get me some French high C, because that stuff's good.
All right. So I'll see you guys later. Until next time, may God bless and may God save this great nation.
USA!